Hello, my name is Faisal Khan. Hope you're doing good. So we are in June and it's past the 15th, which brings us to our Q&A session. So here is my Q&A session for June. I have all the questions over here, some small 5 personal questions and 10 professional ones. First, I want to give a shout out to a very special lady. Her name is Emma. I don't know her last name. Emma, thank you very much for watching the videos and giving a feedback through your husband regarding being relaxed. So I will try not to look aggressive on my videos and try to be more friendly. She said that, she is someone who's not from the business, but her husband was watching my videos, and she, I guess, looked at the videos and said, why is he so aggressive? Why is he so tense up? So humble thank you very much. So let's start with the personal questions, shall we? Pets. Do you have any pets? Not in Istanbul, I don't, but back home in Pakistan, I have a couple of dogs. One of them is named Khushi. She's a boxer. Khushi means happiness in my language, and the other is a German Shepherd called Fifi. We had many other dogs, but we gave them away because we were moving over here and it got really too hard to manage the dogs. We did have 2 cats in Istanbul, but we gave them away as well. We are now on the lookout for new cats, and hopefully they should be coming, and once they do, I will bring them on camera and show them to you. Favorite film? Hunt for Red October is one of my favorite. Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy, Predator, and Cloud Atlas. A question came in from Georgia. Georgia is in the country, and it says, what have you graduated in? So I've done my bachelor's and master's in electrical engineering from the US, and I've specialized in electromagnetics and quantum electrodynamics. Comfort food. My comfort food is a baguette sandwich, a cold cut sandwich, roast beef sandwich, anything that's a cold cut roast beef sandwich. That would be my comfort food. How do you relax? Believe it or not, I relax by cooking. I love cooking. So when I cook, I relax. So, which brings me to the professional questions. And this time I'm doing all the questions that are in the crypto space. So the first one, this is coming from Turkey. And this one is, who else can come up with a crypto that can solve the problem of maintaining Nostro accounts better than Ripple, or as much as what Ripple is trying to do with ODL and on-demand liquidity? So it's a great question, and obviously there's no answer right now, but if I had to wager a guess, and this is just a guess of where the potential lies, well, the potential potentially lies with everyone, right? But realistically speaking, Swift could do it. BIS could do it, which is the Bank of International Settlements in Basel, Switzerland, the bank of all central banks. CLS Group could do it. Many people don't know what CLS Group does. Go check them out, cls-group.com. They do about 70% of the world's FX, and world FX on a daily basis is between $5 and $7 trillion. Do the math, 70% of that goes through one company. WUBS would do it. WUBS is Western Union Business Solutions. Regional hubs could do it. ASEAN, SAARC, GCC, EEA, their central banks could do it. So, it depends. If they decide to get on the blockchain and they decide to do a permissioned ledger, etc., and run it, they could get off this on-demand liquidity problem and try to solve it amongst themselves. Question number 2, this one is also from Turkey. Do you like Ripple, XRP, and RippleNet? Yes, I do. I do like Ripple, the company. I do like XRP, and I do like RippleNet. I will not give advice with respect to XRP investing. I've said so many times, I do not like to give investment advice on my channel. If it is, there'll be a black disclaimer screen before. But I do like RippleNet. I do like what they're doing. I feel they have... It's a front runner right now, but the race is quite long. Never know if this horse is going to get tired or get injured or actually win the race. So we'll see. But I do like them. Question number 3. This comes from Chile. If Ripple's XRP is to succeed, will Facebook's Libra be useless? Oh, that's a really good one. I don't think so. I think Facebook's Libra will pretty much be a use case because Facebook's ecosystem or walled garden would probably use it more. And that walled garden includes Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook itself, the messenger service that they have. And not to mention, they bring a lot of partners who are bringing their own walled gardens. So amongst themselves, I think it will be good. XRP is not likely to be used immediately by the end client themselves. They're more likely to be used by financial institution or non-banking financial institutions or payment institutions like MSBs or MTOs. They are most likely the biggest customers for XRP use. For Libra's, Facebook's Libra or Novi as it is, I think the end customer could get to use it, and I don't think it will become useless. I think they both have a very definitive role to play where they are. What are your thoughts on CBDCs and will they affect crypto coins? I actually did a video on this thing. It should pop up over here on towards the left on what I think about CBDCs. I think CBDCs, it's not a question of when or if, it's just a question of when they will be releasing their digitalized version of the money. And the question will be, how portable is that money? Can I easily store British pounds into my phone, into my wallet, and then use them and trade them somewhere else without going through intermediaries? If that happens, and that happens in a very seamless manner, we could see a serious competition. I'm not saying the other coins will go useless or the other technologies or the other networks become irrelevant. It just makes it that the bar is raised so high that I feel many will be trying to jump to grab it and they will not be able to do so. This question is coming us from Venezuela. What are your, the CBDC question was from Venezuela. This another one is also from Venezuela. What is something you are super excited about in the crypto space? Oh man, I'm super excited about many things, but I think the fact that I'm really excited about is that you can participate in it. The fact that we can participate, you and I can participate in this race and in this thing where we're talking about movement of value and money, the internet of money as Ripple calls it, or the internet of value, etc. That is a huge plus. Previously in the banking era, you could not have access to things. There were, you had to belong to a certain member set, you had to belong to a certain cloistered society, and only then you could get access, if at all, to play with the money. But with here, you can start your own exchange, you can start your own payment service, you can build upon those things. There are so many technologies. The code is available. You can have wallets, you can have so many things. So cryptocurrency is making it really easy for the rest of us to get into the space. And that is what really excites me. It really gets the creative juices going and the creative thinking process going. And okay, how can I solve this problem? How can I solve that problem? And there are many problems to be solved. It also raises the bar, and I hate to use that word again, with respect to the banks, because it now makes them think and makes the government think, okay, what if, it starts small, but tomorrow, what if this thing becomes really big and snowballs into something enormous, and we don't have control over fiat money? Then this thing could be a real threat. So we'll see how it goes, but that's what really excites me, that it gives us the power and gives everyone else the power to participate in this field. This next question is from London. Why can't Ethereum be used for cross-border payments? We either hear of Bitcoin or XRP or some other stable coin, but never Ethereum. I think Bitcoin was the first one, and XRP was the first one, a company trying to solve a problem. Ethereum is, has got liquidity, is in many exchanges. Many stable coins were based on Ethereum, etc., and they use it. Whether or not it's going to be used for purposes of cross-border payments or not depends on the stable coin it was used for. I can name some, but I don't want to, because I don't want to give anyone a preference on my videos. But I can't tell you why Ethereum doesn't make the news upfront when it comes to cross-border payments, and why Bitcoin comes up at times or XRP comes up at times. I really don't know how to answer that, but I guess it's just a matter of preference. People either use Bitcoin or are using some other coin that they are most comfortable with. There is Tron and there is Tezos and there are other coins out there. People can use them as well. It just depends what your flavor is, what your liking is, and how you want to go about it. Question from Estonia itself. Alternatives to Estonia for a crypto license. I think that really UK perhaps, Malta. I don't want to recommend Malta, but UK perhaps. That would be my only answer. I really like Estonian, and the fact that the FIU in Estonia has raised the bar and they are going to clean the house and make it a whole lot better. Oh, this question comes from Australia. What are other crypto networks that excite you? This is a tough one to answer. Needless to say, RippleNet excites me a lot. Xinfin, I obviously just started reading about them. I don't know exactly how much of a success or not it's going to be, but Xinfin, it's coming up on my radar as small blips many times a day. R3, JPCoin, I still feel that they're going to do something serious with that coin. And Stella and IBM, World Wire Service, that was supposed to go off. IBM does have the connections in the pharmaceutical, logistics, etc., many industries. Where they're going to take that, I don't know, but I hope that that project also sees the light of the day. Question number 9 comes from China. It was really bad in English, but I've rephrased it. What would you like to see in the crypto world? I like to see many things, but I think that one thing I would really like to see in the crypto world is a better template or downloadable open source effort for KYC and compliance. Many companies set up a crypto startup, they do, they start their operations, etc. But one of the things that sort of brings them down is understanding of KYC and understanding of compliance and customer identification programs, etc. If there was an open source effort to maintain a manual that is up to date, has for specific regions, UK, US, EU, Australia, New Zealand, GCC, etc. And it was a pure communal effort, not only by individual companies, but also by specialized companies like Comply Advantage, like Elliptic, and many others, etc., who can contribute towards it, the AML shop in Canada, and who can contribute towards this manual so that everyone else can use it as a very base document and qualify, I think really would help. There are just way too many flavors out there, and they're all obviously paid for. But I'd like to see an open source sort of a manual out there. That I think would have made a huge dent. My only question from the United States: what can be a catalyst for faster crypto adoption? So this is a no-brainer. I guess adoption of crypto in wallets like Venmo and PayPal and Kiwi and M-Pesa and Bcash and Paytm, JazzCash. When you allow the traditional user to be able to hold their balances in crypto as well, when you allow wallets like PayPal or Kiwi, etc., to have crypto balances, when you allow banks to have clients to hold crypto balances, the adoption is going to go sky high. There are many reasons why it doesn't happen. I'm sure you can, guess a few of them, but this is predominantly one of the things that I believe is stopping the mass adoption. If we had the ability in PayPal to have a BTC, balance, an ETH balance, or what have you, I think it could be a real game changer. We don't have that yet, but who knows. But anyways, those are all the time I have for the questions today. 10 of them, 5 personal I did mention, and the shout out. If you have any questions to ask me, there's a WhatsApp number. You can send them to me over there. There's also a contact phone in the description below, or just put it down in the comments below in the YouTube comments section. Till next time, the 15th of next month, this is Faisal Khan signing off from my Q&A.